Hey everyone, I'm Isaac and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2025. The legendary Stephen King has had a long history of having his films be adapted into films, and while not all of them are great, the best ones tend to exemplify what makes him such a masterful storyteller in the first place, both in horror and in other genres. And this year seems to have been quite a big year for Stephen King adaptations across all different genres. First we had a horror film with The Monkey, then a drama with The Life of Chuck, and in 2 months we'll be getting an action thriller with The Running Man. But for now, we'll be focusing on the most recent film based on one of his books with The Long Walk, this one being a dystopian thriller from the director of the Hunger Games franchise. Obviously, its director has experience in this genre, plus the trailers looked very intriguing, so I already had a solid amount of curiosity for this. And once I saw how glowing its critical reception was, I knew this was something I wouldn't want to miss. And I'm glad I checked it out because this is honestly one of the best films based on a Stephen King book. It's set after a war where 50 boys in their late teens are enlisted to compete in an annual event known as the Long Walk, hence the title. The rules are simple: keep walking at a speed of at least 3 miles per hour, and the last one standing wins a large cash prize as well as anything else they want. The only catch? If you fail, you die. So it becomes a high-stakes battle that tests the physical and psychological limits of its participants. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, this is probably the darkest and most depressing film I've seen all year thus far. It's an in-depth showcase of the human spirit in dire circumstances, especially under harsh totalitarian control, and it makes way for some brutal emotional moments that are bound to have you shedding a few tears. But there's also a sort of beauty to the whole thing as we see the camaraderie that the characters form over the course of this walk, especially the bond between Ray Garrity and Pete McVries. Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson deliver some career-defining performances as these characters, with their friendship being at the heart of the picture and supplying some fantastic development and thought-provoking dialogue about the beauty that can be found in such a cruel and unforgiving world. The other standout actor is definitely Mark Hamill as the villain, the Major. He's had a lot of experience playing villains in animation, but he's just as effective in live action where he nails the mysterious yet terrifying presence of the character. My only nitpicks about the writing are that I do kinda wish there was a bit more ambiguity to the story, and some of the ideas for the supporting characters' development feel like they end too soon before they could leave a lasting impact. Otherwise, The Long Walk is an exceptional film across the board. It's perfectly paced, the score by Lumineer's co-founder Jeremiah Freites is extremely unique and fits the tone of the film really well, there's some great sound design, and the visuals, oh my god. It may not be a massive CGI spectacle or anything like that, but this has got to be one of the most gorgeous looking films I've seen this year. The cinematography is stunning, and there's an excellent usage of color grading for the environments that the characters walk through. Turns out you don't need to be overly flashy to be visually striking. As a whole, The Long Walk is undoubtedly a haunting experience, but beautifully so. Beyond the top-tier production values, it's tightly paced and superbly written with gut-wrenching emotional scenes and unforgettable characters. It's definitely a must-watch, but you'll want to bring some tissue since it's quite a tearjerker. It's also getting a 9 out of 10 from me. Next time, I'll be talking about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I didn't think I'd be seeing this at first, seeing as how I don't watch anime, but given all the hype it's been getting from critics and a lot of my mutuals, I figured I might as well check it out even with my limited knowledge of the series. So if you're excited for that review and others like it, then be sure to subscribe to the Isaac Carthy channel, and I'll see you all later.